And we move on to part 3 of our video series chronicling President Cax. But first we have to fix a mistake that we made, and we hope you'll forgive us for it here on Legendary Tactics.
So just before I go into my current 3 actions, we did realize a bit of an oversight. We need to go and do the 3 crisis cards from the beginning. Right, Nato?
Yes, absolutely. We did neglect that, and we apologize for that. But we were doing the setup video, and then we went on to play a little bit. There's only a few actions that we've taken. China got to act, but let's do the 3 cascading events here, and these are representing the mess that the previous administration left us. So what do we got here?
Yes. So Russia volunteers.
So Russian hybrid war
Aid.
in eastern Ukraine. Okay, well. Russian volunteers aid separatists. Add 1 tensions counter each to Russia and NATO. Okay. So if you could do the honors there.
I will certainly do that. We'll drop 1 into Russia. And Ukraine.
And NATO.
Oh, sorry. NATO. Okay.
Yeah, which is right here. So, yes. And tensions are not good anywhere, but...
And here's NATO here.
Yep. There you go.
Okay,
perfect. Well, that one was easy. Let's see what else we got. Next one up. Oh, this one looks easy as well. +1 domestic crisis, move bipartisan counter left 1 box. So this is over here.
Okay.
The domestic crisis level goes up by 1.
Okay.
So this could be a problem if we get domestic failure.
Yeah, that won't be great.
Yeah,
okay.
But and the bipartisan counter, which is here, moves left 1 box.
Okay, so, towards contentious.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And
all right, and then our third event is
place
place 2 tension counters on China and Japan.
Because Japan clashes with China over disputed islands. So, okay.
Right,
now that may have actually played into the last into China Act, but anyway, we'll
have to take it
from
where we're at here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just an alternate history, I guess.
And China and Japan was as well.
Japan
was it 2 each?
Let me check. Yes, 2 tensions each.
Okay, so that is done.
Okay.
Oh, and there is a hefty stack on Japan right now.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So now, U.S. gets 3 actions, any 3.
Okay, so I'm just looking at some of the tensions that we've actually put out there, and maybe it's time to try and undo some of that.
Yeah. Now, I'm looking at the stack in Japan. How many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's lots of tensions there.
Should we maybe try to work at that?
Yeah. We could. Yeah, that's obviously a good thing. There's also a lot of Chinese influence in Asia Pacific right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which might be good to reduce. Now, in order to do that, though, in order to remove,
I'm also looking at the domestic crisis. This could be a problem if we let it further decay. Do we need to worry about that at all?
Which one?
Sorry, up in CONUS.
CONUS, yes, that might be good. Yeah, to take a domestic action to address that issue
and try and undo some of that as well.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. So now the trick with this one, though, is that we need to do a cabinet effectiveness check, and our cabinet is not yet super effective. So what we need to do is I just want to see. So you actually have a focus on domestic issues, which is good. So it's a -1 to the roll.
Okay.
And the number 1, So, is public approval? No, it's nowhere near as high. Oh yeah, we've just started. The vice president or chief of staff's domestic rating, which is the number 1. So chief of staff, we have Bo. Bo can reduce that roll by 1 as well.
Okay.
And yeah, there's nothing there. So yeah, so it would be a -2.
D10.
It is a hang on. There's actually a chart for this. So let me take a look here.
Okay.
All right. Oh, okay. No, it is. Sorry, it is just a check. So our cabinet effectiveness is 4,
right?
Because we are there, but we have a -2 to the roll, and it doesn't look like we can spend an action point or anything. So we need to pass this. So we need a 6 or less.
All right, I'm gonna roll away here.
There we are. All right.
I was about a 3.
3 will do it.
That'll do it.
So decrease the domestic crisis by 1 box, which puts us in a little bit of
good. There we go.
There.
Okay.
And we gain a public approval as well.
Oh, the public likes that.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's 1 action done.
Yes. How about and now there's also some terror groups we could look at in Central America. I'm wondering about Africa.
So
or the tensions in the Pacific. I don't know what you feel, NATO.
Well,
my trusty lieutenant here.
Yeah. So we can remove influence, but we need the region to have alignment of 7 or 8 here.
Oh, okay.
But it can be at 6 if we have regional crises at 0.
Oh,
so
okay.
It would be a bit of a longer term thing where we'd want to get the Chinese influence down.
Or we could just slowly let Asia Pacific melt into
melt
bedlam.
Away. Yeah,
I mean, we can only do so much, right?
Yeah, I do like the idea of improving the alignment of the because that's generally a good thing to do. It gives us and
I'm noticing alignments generally are low. So why don't we work at that then? Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So now, in order to do that, though, we need to. The tough part is that it's +1 to the roll for every influence in the region.
So China, we're not going to be we're not going to look at Asia Pacific then, but possibly Africa.
That's too bad. Okay.
We could look at Africa or the Middle East.
Yeah.
Which could use some bumping. We could do Eastern Europe could get bumped up to the 7 rating.
Yeah, well, they're already pro-US there anyway. They like us, so So yeah, that's kind of it's a tricky thing because obviously Asia and Pacific is a big issue because there's going to be Chinese bases built there soon and everything.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can try and get done here. So and even on the legislative front as well, we could try just to get bipartisan cooperation better.
There's also the strategic capabilities track I forgot to look at as well.
Yeah, so one of the things we can do is do it what they call like a DARPA, which is it's basically prioritizing the research in a specific area. So that one, it essentially is it just costs an action and an action point, but we just choose a DARPA marker, which is over here somewhere. Oh, right here.
Yep.
And you just put it on the track where you want to improve our capabilities, and we get a much more favorable die roll.
Let's do that for strategic missiles because that's the only
or cyber warfare. We're actually behind.
Okay, cyber warfare for sure then.
Right?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so that's automatic placement. We just need to we'll spend the action. I'm using this die to track what action we're on.
Okay,
and we spend an action. No, there's no roll yet. That's the research is in place.
Is in place. Okay.
We spend an action point on that, so that's fine. And now we have our third action.
Okay.
I mean, there's things we can do to improve the media.
Let's do the media. I'm a big fan of getting the media on board.
Because the media, we will drop 1 box in media relations at some point.
So let's get that media up higher. Let's do it. How do we do that?
So for the media, that's where we do what they call presidential presence. So where you we can spend an action point as well to improve the die roll.
Sure, let's do it.
And we need to do a presidential prestige check. So we need 6 or less.
Okay.
And if we spend an AP, then it'll be 7 or less. So
let's do it. Let's try to like really hammer this home. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Here we go.
Where are you at?
7.
Oh, geez, that was lucky.
Wise move.
Then. Yeah.
Wise move.
Okay. So the media.
We're darlings now, aren't we? They love us.
Yeah, we passed the check, but the result is more than 1. So we have to choose either +2 public approval or +1 media relations.
Let's go with the media.
Okay,
I went all in.
That's over here then.
Okay, we'll bring her up to 7. Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right.
And that ends our 3 turns.
That's our 3 actions, yes.
Okay.
So now we draw a crisis chit. So right here.
Okay. Let's bring this out here. And what do we get?
Okay, so we draw 1 crisis card. And we're going to have to... No, not from there. Sorry, from the crisis card deck.
Okay.
But then there's a plus, so we'll have to draw another chit after this card. So,
okay,
that's
so here we go.
Cyber attack. Oh boy, China blamed. This
All
is
right,
a
so
cascading event as well. So roll a die, and we'll see who gets targeted. It is
4.
Japan. So add 2 tensions to Japan and
China.
China.
Geez.
Oh,
and
boy.
China.
They are so stressed.
Erupting. Yeah, things are getting
oh my
very.
gosh! Look at that stack on Japan. Oh
and then China too.
Yeah, and China too gets 2 tensions. Whoops.
Oops.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start stacking over in China too.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tensions on Japan.
6 in Japan. Yeah.
Might not be a bad idea to spend some time trying to like calm down
things
Japan. Down. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a lot of tension on China too.
It is a lot of China.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yep. So now you have to draw another chit here.
Oh boy.
Regional summit. This is an event actually, and it's a plus, so we have to draw a 3rd chit for when this happens. So
what happens now?
Yeah. So regional summit is basically there's a summit in, essentially in a region which so it's not like a summit between China and the U.S. or China and Russia. So it's kind of a neat thing. So we have to select it randomly, the region for the summit. So roll a d10.
1.
A 1. So this is actually in the Eurozone. Do you see the die at the top there?
Oh yeah, 1. Okay. So we're in the Eurozone.
So it's a Eurozone summit.
Regional summit. Okay.
And so the regional crises are... So there's no war there, right? Or anything that? No level 4 terror group, nothing?
Nothing. Okay. It's peaceful.
So if the stability is 4 or less, it'll be economic trade. Otherwise, it's global issues. So
global issues.
Yeah, because the security has been dealt with, economic trade has been dealt with. So now it's just global issues. So, all right. So we need to... roll to see, do a regional alignment check. So, what's the alignment
7.
here? 6.
Oh,
so
6.
just see if we pass the regional alignment check. This is to see whether they do something that's kind of works with our interests. Okay.
3.
And we passed it. So because we passed it, we get a die roll modifier to the chart, which is kind of off screen right now.
Yes.
So just roll a d10 and subtract 1, and that's what we will get.
3.
Okay. So roll of 3. So meaningful dialogue on global issues paves the way for better regional relations. Roll another d10.
Okay. And eliminate that many tensions in Japan.
Yeah, let's hope so.
3.
Okay. So decrease regional crises by 1 box. Now, if it's already at 0, then +1 to regional stability.
Oh,
which is
excellent.
Pretty good. Yeah.
8.
Yep.
Okay, so we have got the Eurozone in the palm of our hand.
Oh, and actually, there were some other modifiers. Sorry, I missed that. How many very close? We've got 2 very close allies in the region.
Yes.
What was your first roll? Was it a?
I believe it was
it was
two threes in a row, or 4.
It was a. I think it was a 4 actually. That rings a bell. So 4 minus 2. There's no current.
Did that affect anything or no?
No, actually, it didn't change anything. So there's tensions
so
there
fine.
and everything. Yeah, so that's fine. So the regional stability went up, which is. Did you raise it?
I did to 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Sorry, the regional stability.
Oh, that goes to
that
7.
Counter, yeah.
Okay.
So this is really on regional alignment there. So they're
So pro training was already at 7 as well. I don't know if it matters, but
yeah. So that's on the alignment though. So the regional stability is bumped up, which is good. That means that what that means is that we have less civil war and less terror groups possible. So
perfect.
So, yeah, that's good. Okay,
all right.
So that was.
I think we have to grab one more. We have to grab one more chit, don't we?
One more chit. Yep.
And it's draw 1 card. Now there's a plus sign on it to get it to draw another one yet.
No, we've because all the spaces are filled, so it is. We do draw one more though.
Okay.
Ooh, immediate. Make a homeland security check. There is a hijack attempt linked to a foreign terror cell. This is a terrorist attempt.
So I roll a d10.
Yep, and we need 6 or less. Oh, and
we got a 10.
We do not.
Oh boy, we got literally the worst roll.
Hijackers divert plane to Venezuela and disappear. +1 domestic crisis. Oh, it's good we lowered that thing. So that domestic crisis bumps up to 2. We almost had a domestic failure.
Oh boy.
As a result.
Okay, that was wise.
Yeah. And then add 1 level 1 terror group in South America.
Okay.
I'm going to bring this card down. So
terror groups. There you are in South America.
Yes. Okay. So they took the plane and they've set up shop there.
Oh, great.
Okay. And +1 to regional crisis in South America.
Oh my gosh.
Public approval down 2 spaces.
Plummeting.
All
right, down to 40. Yeah. Oh boy.
And now the in the public priorities, where is it? Homeland Security is now number 1 on the public priority.
Do these things just shift down?
Yeah, just shift down. Yep. Homeland Security is the number 1 issue now. Okay, and then this is discard.
Well, we may have to give the public what they want.
Yeah.
All right. So we're on to the next.
This is actually removed. Did I grab 2 cards there or just 1? Yeah, so that's good. Okay, so that's so that's gone from the game, but
but
now if we'd rolled a bit better, because I always like to see public approval would have boosted, and if we'd rolled well enough, we would have rolled a random region, and we would have found the terror group who's responsible and retaliate. So we would have decreased a terror group of your choice in that region by 1 level. So that could have been very helpful. Instead, we got more terror turning up in South America.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so.
All right, so now we're going to the regional summit.
No, we've already been there. So that was.
okay.
So now we go through there. So now we're on Allies Group Acts. And then POTUS Cabinet Focus. So.
All right, so the ally group.
So, yes, so that's right here. So draw that.
Oh, yes.
So
A.
Group A activates. Okay. So Group A is the EU, NATO, Republic of Korea, and Iran. All right.
Okay.
So let's see. So we'll start with the EU. First of all, we need to check the growing economic trend. So roll a D10.
5,
and
right in the middle.
Slow growth, no change to the state of the economy in the world. Okay. Now roll once again for the
10.
The Eurozone. Now if Eurozone stability is 6 or 7, which it is, then it's -2 to the roll. So it's actually an 8.
8.
Which is still not great, but EU discord. So the EU is not getting along. Add 1 to Eurozone regional crises.
Oh, jeez.
So they are not doing... They're arguing amongst themselves.
Got to keep rolling low here. Okay.
Now we can activate NATO. And we get 2 joint actions.
Let's do it.
Okay. Now, for NATO, let's see. I'm just seeing where NATO can act. So
hopefully in the Asia and Pacific.
Yeah. So I was I was hoping that, but I think they only act in their region in the Eurozone. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could go into South America, try to clear out some of that nonsense.
Yeah. Well, they're only okay. So here's what we need to do. So the possible joint actions. So Intel. So they can do Intel in uncovering terror groups.
Okay, so we've got a terror group in Eastern Europe. That might actually be useful.
But I think it only works in the Eurozone.
We don't have anything. Well, I guess could we bump the regional crisis back to 0?
We could potentially do that. So
let's try to do that then.
So the way we do that is do a request UN humanitarian aid in that region.
Okay.
So with this roll, it's pretty easy. We just have to roll anything other than 9 or 10 will improve it. Oh, jeez. I thought that was a 10. Okay.
Let's get that back to 0.
That back to 0, which is good. Okay. And we get 1 more joint action. What we could do is we could de-escalate on the conflict tracks here. So
love it.
There's
Let's
Russia,
do it.
NATO is the only track with NATO on it. So we could de-escalate the conflict there.
All right, let's do it.
That's one thing. We could also remove stress if you want, or if.
Well, let's get that conflict back in better shape.
Okay. So roll the dice there.
Okay. 4. Okay, that's not a bad roll.
And so decrease status 1 level.
All right, status down to 1.
Yeah, and reduce tensions by 1 for each. So we can reduce 1 NATO tensions and 1 Russian tensions.
Excellent.
So that's good. Calm things down a bit, and those go back into the box.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
So that was a good NATO turn.
Yeah.
All right.
Now NATO goes does something unilaterally. So
it does its own thing now.
Yeah. So there's no tensions on NATO, I think, at the moment, right? So that's
good.
No,
we just cleared them out.
Yeah. So
we rolling?
And how many current wars are there right now? I think there's just the one.
There's a civil war in Eastern Europe.
No, just a full wars right now.
One war in Central South Asia.
Yeah. So
and that's it.
And NATO's value there is +1. So there's +2 to the roll.
All right.
So if you
roll,
let's see what NATO does unilaterally. Okay.
Oh, 3.
So they train. So +1 NATO relative strength. So NATO gains. So here on the relative strength, they gain.
Yes.
So now they've boosted their relative strength to Russia. They're on par with Russia.
Okay.
So they've actually that's
pretty
fine.
good.
That'll work. Yep.
Yeah.
So again, they're kind of doing their own thing there. So next up is Republic of Korea. Now this is potentially something that we could utilize. So
let's do it.
Now they can so again they can intel a terror group, a terror group.
We need tensions reduced, however that can happen.
Okay, so now the Republic of Korea is only close to us. They're not very close. So we only get 1 action. So
all right.
To remove stress, the stress would come off this ally. How many?
Okay.
How much stress? Yeah. So
2.
So we could remove the stress on that ally, and that would be our action.
Okay, let's do it. How many?
You can take off 2.
Oh, perfect.
And it's automatic.
All right, it's automatic. Oh, even better. Yep. All right, let's do it.
So drop
let's get
those
rid
back
of some...
in the tensions box.
Let's get the Koreans back on board.
Yeah, now they're going to act unilaterally now. So roll for their...
Roll die?
Yep. We'll
All
see
right,
what they do.
And they get a 3.
Okay.
Remove all stress from Japan.
Just let me check. There's one modifier, the stress on the North and South Korea. So it's +1 to the roll. So what was the roll?
Oh, 3, so 4.
3. So 4. Dialogue. Remove 1 North Korea tensions counter, but there is none.
Oh, darn.
So nothing, no result on that. But at least they're talking. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have been good to
remove some Japan.
Yeah, it would have been good to do something like that. But anyway, okay, so that is the Republic of Korea. Now Iran is just going to do its thing. Now there's no tensions on Iran.
Do we roll or no?
And there's no sanctions on Iran right now. And so is Middle Eastern alignment. Okay, so it's just a straight roll.
Okay. And it is a 3.
Okay.
that was a little I just decided what it wanted to do.
Okay, so Iran provides sanctuary.
Oh.
Place 1 level 1 terror group in the Middle East.
Oh, the wrong kind of sanctuary.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's the wrong kind.
All right.
And move 1 level 1 or level 2 terror group out of the Middle East intel box. So they gave those sanctuary, even though we detected them. Iran is
wasn't
unfortunately giving them aid and comfort.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's the thanks we get.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So then the last thing we need to do is just check any and all unstable states in Central America and South America. So there's 2. So we just need to roll to see what happens to those guys.
All right, rolling for first one here.
10-sided die, yep. We'll go
first
for
roll
Central America
is a
first.
5.
5. So the unstable state stays unstable, stays on the map.
Okay,
and
the
South
other one
America,
is a 2.
2. Actually, let's see what the regional stability is 5.
5.
So, that's interesting. Okay, so basically it's a straight roll, and you rolled a 2,
2.
Right? Yep.
Yep.
So this unstable state has been removed.
Oh, excellent.
Which is great because with unstable states tend to fall into civil war, right?
So that's just helped us get rid of that one.
Yes.
Okay.
And unfortunately, the Venezuelan plane bandits are still down there.
Still up to their old monkey business.
Yeah, at least the unstable state has been
dealt with.
There, so that's good. Okay. So now on to the POTUS cabinet focus. So this is where we do the rolls here.
All right.
And we'll start with number 6, the economy. You need a 1.
Just give her a
no,
D10?
you need a 6-sided. Sorry.
A 6-sided it is. Okay, Here we go.
You need a 6 for success. Nope.
2.
Okay.
Fail.
5 is next. Homeland Security.
4.
1 or 2 needed. Nope. 4. 1 to 3 needed. Okay.
Got it.
-1 to domestic crises.
Good.
Which is good.
That's excellent.
Okay,
yes.
That helps us. Okay. Priority 3 was cabinet effectiveness. So 2. You needed 1 to 3 to succeed. So roll another die again.
A D6?
Yep. And we'll. All right.
3.
So place an improving marker on the cabinet effectiveness. So that's good.
All right.
So this is one of those tracks where it's a 2-step thing. So we put that on there, and then the next time we get that result, then it will bump up to 5. It'll bump it up. And that's
okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep it rolling.
Yeah, because remember, this gives us bonus action points as well as it goes up, and you can do some cool stuff, just in terms of domestic priorities and so forth. So anyway,
excellent.
Press relations.
Give
you
her a
need
roll.
1 to 4 to succeed. You got
2.
it. So either +3 to public approval or +1 to public approval and +1 to media relations.
Oh, let's do 1 and 1.
1 and
let's
1?
do 1 and 1. I want media. I want media.
Media,
jacked.
look at that. They love
Full
you.
support.
Oh, geez.
I am their darling boy right now.
Yeah. And so we bumped this up to 42%. So
okay,
we're pretty steady on that front. That's pretty good. You're doing well as president, Cax. You're
I've got most things.
Expectations.
That's what the media would say, NATO.
Yeah, so they will be saying that. They love you. Okay.
One more roll?
Yep, one more roll for our top priority to improve relations with Congress. We get
4.
it. So improve relations with Congress, 1 box. So we are collegial now. That's good.
Excellent. Got to keep that rolling too.
You're actually doing pretty well. You look at I mean,
feel like I've got most control except for the middle or for the Far East. I feel like the China and the Pacific Rim is just that's what I gotta really focus in. But okay, what's next?
Now the one thing that might be good is to improve your bipartisan cooperation, so you can get some bills on the floor and start passing some good legislation, because passing legislation gives you more public approval, and depending which bill you pass, can boost various things, your economy or whatever else. So
now I believe our next thing is our domestic actions anyway, it looks like.
Yeah. And so we'll take a break here and we will continue this in the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this was entertaining. And once again, we apologize for missing that the key part of the setup. But this is a big game and sometimes things get missed.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway,
thanks for watching.
This has been
Legendary Tactics.